Hello brothers and sisters, this is Sir Eisenstein, Captain of the Iron Hands. Today we'll be looking into a ranked match I played recently against a very good player with my Vulkan versus the Lucretia. I can never say the character's name. You can see my deck on the screen. There is a minor change that I removed the 9 energy cost hammer and put Ornator's Barge. That's the only difference to the deck I'm playing in the video. Now this game, both sides makes a good amount of mistakes, so enjoy.
Behold the flames of rebirth.
So fairly good start
next to my will to win.
For myself. I have abundant supplies and the Kai to go with. The trick against the Lucretia is you want to keep her board clean. She can burn through troops quite fast. As soon as she loses that advantage of the board control, she's quite helpless as quite low HP warlord, and she doesn't have much in terms of dealing direct damage. Now this is a bit of a long game, and both sides makes mistakes as I mentioned earlier on, and there's quite a good amount of surprises as well. So again, she's putting lots of cheap troops, but trying to keep her card count on her hand in a good manner. The reason I stun the warlord instead of the last fire section is she would have attacked with the last fire, then healed, or if I stun obviously the last fire alone, she could have just used her ability to boost a troop, and I don't mind taking a little bit damage at this point. I should have killed the 1 energy cost troop though, because she's putting the infantries and boosting their attack. So I get very lucky in terms of the cards I draw from the Kai. So Crimson Spectre is what I will be planning my game around at this point. We know that she's gonna put tons of cheap troops. We know that she's going for Imperial Army troops. And we can see now that there's gonna be McCormick's Reapers as well. So it's gonna be quite a bit of bouncing back and forward troops, lots of low energy draw card troops as well. So if you have this card, you get lucky, or you're just playing the Blood Angels, you want to sort of bait the enemy into going for lots of cheap troops on the board if you can. And I also get double lucky with the Conqueror as well, just in case she manages to get board control again, I can delete one more time. Now again, she is doing a very good job in terms of dealing damage to me. Do you remember I started 10 HP more with my warlord, and she's already weathering me down, but no problem at so far, because we expect the early game she's going to be the dominant one. So as I mentioned, I am setting up for the Crimson Spectre, so letting her not killing the troops, just making sure she puts more and more troops to the board.
Despair has never been in the blood.
And hopefully this series will give you an insight, how I sort of plan my games, personally, and how a match normally will go in a high terra setting. Again, this is quite early on in the rank season, so both of us are not high rank, but that is an extremely good player with a Primarch card back to support it as well, and shout out to him for letting me share this game. And here we go, sort of baited her, get it done, and at this moment of time I have the control in the game. I do have a good amount of energy HP advantage, I have full cards. I still have the Kai on the board as well, so I am in a good position. Bear in mind though, she also has a good amount of cards in her hand, so one of the problems I've been running in this game is, this is a bad habit of myself. Whenever I have Kai being in the play for a long time, I sort of use the ability too much and don't get rid of my original cards, you know, cards I draw from the deck. So now I have 9 cards, and with draw I go to 10 each turn, and with the Kai again I'm making it 10. I shouldn't have actually used the ability because I don't have a breathing room. She already burned one of my cards. I lost my 9 energy hammer, which could have been quite useful. So again, we're sort of baiting her to put all the troops as she can. The problem is the Smarrow warriors. She got them back because I have two troops. The McCormicks, I kill them. They go back to her hand. So although I'm killing the board, an entire board back to back, she's also a bit lucky in that regard. So here we go. We burn through. I'm killing my own Kai as well. It's worth it at this time, and I had full hand, so I couldn't use the ability first to take advantage of this. Now I didn't use my ability as she's low HP, only 11 now, and I have a bit of an advantage there, so it doesn't hurt to drop the Lord Malkival. I could have played the crucial choice as well, but having that extra troop, extra energy on board seemed like a better idea at the time. So as we mentioned, with all the cards she's been stacking so far, you can see some of them are quite cheap. All the you know, the bonuses stacking up, so instantly she can turn the game around like that. Now bear in mind though, she's running out of cards, only 7 cards left, whereas I have 14 left and a full hand on top of it as well. So in that regard, I'm doing quite well. And with the, I got lucky again with, in terms of the cards. I healed a bit. Having a damage card would have been more useful, but it is what it is. So she can't finish me. That's why I was just dropping whatever troop I can drop. She cannot finish me, but she cannot afford to let a troop being alive on my board. So she sort of has to clean all of my board, and it gives me a little bit more breathing room. I have the Ash and Bones, so again, just waiting for my turn to kill whatever I can. Now she's actually has the control in this game. Again, it's been going back and forward. It's been such an amazing game, this one, that she had the control, then I had the control, and then it goes back to her. It was a roller coaster. Here we go. Again, she cannot finish me, but she's gonna come very close with what she has, and only 5 cards left. Now I got lucky, drove the Urakule, the hammer that kills any troop I attack. So I get rid of the big one over there. Again, at this moment of time, it's all about surviving. She only has 3 cards, I believe. No, still 5 cards. She's running out of cards. She doesn't have the damage. She needs 5 plus 3. She has 5 and only 2. If she had something like Last Fire, my game is over. And I believe that's what she's waiting for as well. A very good board again. She has enough damage. She needs more than just one of them. She needs 2 troops alive on the board, 2 troops that can attack to finish me off. And as long as I'm keeping it to the 1 troop and just herself, I am safe. But very, very close. All it takes is 1 damage, single damage, and she has enough to finish me off. and this is where I make my biggest mistake, as you're gonna see this turn. So she puts down the Kai and has that damage potential again. So orbital combat is good. So I play orbital combat thinking she's gonna get a card from Kai, but now the cost is higher. So I should have used my Ambassador Melgator to remove Kai, personally speaking, because as we said, she needs 2 attacking troops. And I could have get rid of, you know, this one attacking, and there will be 1 more, and she couldn't finish me off. But now I let her have the Kai, thinking the orbital, you know, the card tactic I just played is going to keep me safe because of increasing the tactic cost, and I have the board control. At this moment of time, she has nothing she can do, only with 1 card as well. But as I mentioned earlier on, I made a grave mistake. And she has no cards left. If I were able to attack her once, it could have been game over, as she's gonna take a damage from drawing a card. And I feel like it's going to be a safe bet with the attack over there with a frontline troop. She takes the damage. She cannot use her warlord, but the jam comes true. It's actually a game that I lost instead of winning, and just wanted to show something a bit different. Not that a game that I just smashed over and it was like, you know, I played an extremely good game. Both of us played a good game, both of us made a number of mistakes, and in the end she had the better play. She had the, you know, a little bit more luck on her side as well. Let me know what you think about the game, any comments, any other mistakes that you spot on, and make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Your support is really appreciated. Thank you all, and Emperor protects.